Okay, everybody, so now we're going to talk about the deployment of the handcuffs, what you're going to have to do when it comes time to actually put the handcuffs on a suspect. Security officers must place somebody under arrest before handcuffing. That's very important. That's a BSIS rule. They must be under arrest. Remember that security officers cannot detain. The right way would be to place someone under arrest for committing a crime that you witnessed. Or if a suspect is a danger to themselves, to you, or to other people. Or you can do this invoking the merchant's privilege rule, which we'll go over later on in the loss prevention section of this course. The wrong way would be to place handcuffs on somebody simply because a suspect is angry or upset at you. It's not against the law to be angry, and it's not against the law to be upset and to express that. As long as they're not a threat to you, themselves, or someone else, which means if they're harming somebody, then just let them act out. You can't put handcuffs on someone just because you need to question a suspect. Remember, detaining is illegal. Or you can't detain, just like we said in Penal Code Section 490.5. And you can't put handcuffs on someone just to demonstrate authority. Security officers are not allowed to detain individuals. Only law enforcement has this privilege. Security officers must place persons under arrest before deploying handcuffs. Security officers can be charged with assault and battery and false arrest and go to jail if you do not do so. Have all permits, and they can also have all permits revoked and fines placed on them by BSIS. And you can be sued in civil court for damages. When and if you are faced with the situation that you might have to handcuff a subject, it is best to handcuff them with their hands and arms behind their back. This limits the suspect's movements and makes it safer for both the security officer and the subject. Of course, this rule is not a constant rule. It must be based on the totality of circumstances and on the fact that the suspect is a danger to themselves and or to the officer or other people. The security officer will have to articulate or explain in detail why they feared for their safety or the suspect's safety. Remember that bare fear alone is not justification for arresting and placing somebody in handcuffs. Remember, it's not against the law to be angry and to be yelling insults. Here's a court case called Soares versus Connecticut. It read that although handcuffing will be the reasonable course of many, if not most arrest situations, we do not accept the principle that handcuffing per se reasonable or that of Graham versus Connor requires such conclusion. Police should not state that all suspects be handcuffed behind their back prior to being transported to jail. And in this next slide, we'll explain why. There are certain expectations security officers should and must consider before handcuffing somebody. Are they injured? Are they crippled or handicapped? Are they incapacitated suspects? What was the nature of the offense? Size of suspect and medical conditions.